All right, well, thank you for that update, Justin. Well, a patient at Mclaren Hospital said this about her nurse. From the moment Emily entered my room, she was invested in helping and caring for me and my baby. She showed genuine concern and asked all the right questions to help ensure my comfort for treatment and addressed my concerns. Well, she's truly an extraordinary nurse, and that's why we're celebrating her today. We've got Emily Williams, a registered nurse at Mclaren Greater Lansing. Happy Nurses Appreciation Week.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us here today.
We're so excited to have you because not only are we appreciating you, not just today, not this week, but all year round, but also you just won a Daisy Award as well. So how did it feel like when you found that out?
I was absolutely shocked. I couldn't believe that someone had wrote one, let alone submitted it. And it's just amazing to get that because it's like a little positive note of what you're doing is making an impact.
Yeah, that's right. Clearly making an impact, not just for the moms, but for the babies that you're helping to deliver to. Now, we know you come from a family of medical professionals, but tell us, what was it that inspired you to get into this field?
Actually talking to my mom, who is also a nurse. She works out in the community, and I remember going in the nursing school and she was like, yep, you're gonna like OB. And I'm like, no, that's what you do. I don't wanna do that. And first day of my OB clinical, I called her and I went, you were right.
Our mom's always right. Deep down, Mom, you're right, you're right. But that's too funny. And so she truly knew you and what you would thrive in. But yeah, you do have a unique story because you also kind of, you're delivering babies, obviously, but you started in cardiology kind of too. Did she also inspire you to go into more labor and delivery?
So originally it was the middle of COVID when I graduated. I was like, I just need a job. Like, someone will take me, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And they put me on my first unit, and they actually had a lot of open heart patients.
Oh, okay.
And open heart patients get a heart pillow. And so going into rooms and seeing those pillows actually reminded me of my grandpa who had open heart surgery, and he passed when I was in high school, but then I was able to like be reminded I was doing things to give back to different families, and he was there with me every step of the way.
Goodness, it is so heartwarming to know that. Yeah. Well, now that you are in labor and delivery, there's a lot that happens between actually going into labor and then actually having the baby. But lucky for you, you get to be involved every single step of the way. But throughout that process, what's the most rewarding part for you?
I really like being able to see the reactions of the different family members in the room, especially like dads will come over to the warmer with the babies and just be like all like crying, and they'll be like, this is my baby. And I'm like, yeah, you can touch your baby. Like, this is your baby. And just the reactions of everyone is so like, it makes you feel like you're there for one of the biggest moments of life, and you really are.
Yeah. And that's why you're part of people's story every single day, whether it's recovering from something or bringing a new person into their lives. So you get to be part of that story, which I'm sure is so rewarding. But you know, there's a lot of aspiring nurses out there. So if you could go back in time, what would you tell yourself before entering in this industry, you know, about going into nursing and, you know, something that'd keep you motivated or advice for others?
Yeah, there's a lot of high highs and a lot of low lows, but just for me, I love to make sure someone can smile, at least at one point in my shift. Helping a patient smile, that's what brings me back to, yeah, you did it, you made them feel better for even just a moment. And so finding what inspires you and finding that unit that helps you become who you are is so important. You always want to do something you love, and so finding that niche where you do something you love with coworkers that are helpful and supportive, that's where it's at.
That's right, Emily. And when you do something you love, you don't truly feel like you're actually working at all. And clearly, that's what it feels like for the people that you serve. So thank you so much for making it your mission to care for our community. And of course, if you're interested in getting into the medical field, I'm sure Emily will have plenty of advice for you. But you can also just start by visiting mclaren.org/careers. But again, happy Nurses Appreciation Week.
Yes, and thank you so much. Keep up the amazing work.
Thank you.
Well, we've got more Studio 10.